We are going to build a mobile app in 100 days completely with AI without writing a single line of code. Welcome everyone in this video series where we are going to build an app for ADHD people in the next 100 days, and I will document the whole process from the very beginning to publishing to the App Store and getting our first paying customers. So I prepared this Canva whiteboard just to briefly introduce you to the whole idea and the tough process I had in the last few days. First and foremost, why 100 days? Why now? My good friend Burak started a 100 days challenge today as well, and he's going to be building an app for bodybuilding and fitness in his school community, and he will document the whole process. He has a huge YouTube channel with over 140k subscribers, and I felt like I want to join this challenge. So this is the first episode. My goal with this whole challenge is building a mobile app for ADHD people completely with AI without writing a single line of code in the next 100 days. Make something pretty clear. Myself, I cannot write any kind of code. I was building websites in the last few years with WordPress and no-code website builders like visual drag and drop builders. So I can write like maybe HTML and CSS codes, but obviously this is very fucking far away from building an iOS app. But I will tell you later on why AI is super game changing currently if you have a great idea. So my idea behind the whole project was that I've got ADHD myself, and I'm struggling with consistency, self-sabotage, forgetfulness, and keeping my projects on track. These projects not just in my business life, but in my personal life too. And in the last 2 years, I've met over 100 people with ADHD, and I had very long conversations about their life, about my symptoms, and my daily issues caused by my ADHD. And I realized that most of us are struggling with the same or highly similar symptoms in our everyday life. And I will be building a gamified productivity app specifically for ADHD people solving their daily life and giving them a chance to turn their ADHD into their superpower. And here's my plan for the next 100 days. In the next 1 month, let me zoom a bit more in. So in the first part will be the first 30 days. Basically, it's a little bit more than 3 months. So I just chopped into 3 30-day part. In the first 30 days, we will go from idea to prototype, which means we will finalizing the name of the app, which by the way, I already did it because I found a really good idea yesterday while I was preparing this whiteboard, but I will tell you later on. Defining the features of the app. I have ideas. I don't have anything written down. I don't have anything finalized. So we will be finalizing this with Claude during like an interview session. We will write the specification for the app that we can use for building the design, for writing the code with AI. We will create the UI and the UX design of the whole app. And we will be coding the first few screens of the actual application in the first 1 month. In the second phase, which will be somewhere from the 31st day, will be the main building phase where we will be building all the features of the app. We will be implementing the payment system, implementing AI as an assistant, fixing bugs. Obviously, we will be spending a lot of time probably with fixing bugs, testing and deploying and publishing to the App Store. By the end of the 70 day, we will have our application in the App Store, hopefully. Obviously, this is just a plan, so I'm not telling you this as an exact plan and exact deadlines, but we will be aiming for these days or this schedule. And in the third phase will be for the marketing and user acquisition. We will generate AI characters, AI videos, AI influencers, and then we will create content with those characters and influencers that will be promoting our application. I will create content from my own personal accounts, I have built a few thousand followers on Instagram and TikTok, and I will be using my own account as well. Hopefully we can launch some paid ads. We will see when we can get there. And we will use Reddit as well as a marketing channel. And hopefully, and probably we'll use many other marketing strategies and tactics, but we will use AI for everything, even to define the marketing strategy for this app. Okay, so this is the plan for the next 100 days. But first, let me introduce myself and tell a few words about myself. So hi, my name is Tom. I'm a 25 years old Hungarian guy, and I'm living anywhere in Southeast Asia. Currently, I'm based in Bali. I've built and sold a marketing agency in just 2 years before I even turned 25. I started my agency in 2023 in the summer, and in just 2 years, I could scale my agency to 8 people in my team, and we were serving around 45 clients at a single time. And I was burned out, so I decided to sell it last year in May, and then I moved to Bali, and since then I couldn't find my new passion. I haven't had any drive to build or create something new and something big. I went through a tough period in my personal life in the last couple of months, which basically made me just serving clients, and I didn't have any motivation to create anything outside of my current business. And now I have decided to leave my comfort zone, create something I haven't done before, and document the whole process online. A very important thing to know about me is that I started many challenges like this in the last few years before I got to know that I have ADHD, and I failed basically all the time. I never finished any of these challenges because I have a tendency of quitting something just right before I could make any kind of success or financial, any kind of successes in that businesses or challenges. My current business now is basically a growth partnership offer where I'm become a COO in my clients' businesses, and we are scaling their operations to earn more while working less by implementing AI systems, automations, building custom dashboard softwares or internal softwares purely with AI. I'm using AI tools since the very beginning of the AI boom, if I can say this, since ChatGPT was released in maybe 2022 or 2021, I'm not sure about the year. And I have tried 90% of these tools, and I wasted thousands of dollars on subscriptions, so you don't have to. And I'm using AI in my everyday, like on my business life in the last maybe 1 year. And I was building automations for clients with NA10. I was using AI agents in their businesses for customer support, internal knowledge base. And now in the last like 6 months, maybe, I'm building custom softwares for my clients in their businesses purely with vibe coding. And I have built 7 or 8 comprehensive and complex systems for my clients. And I had many ideas of building a software as a service business or building a mobile app, but I felt like I'm not good enough because I can't write code. So my application will probably fail and won't be good enough to sell or charge people money for using my application. But the whole thing about building something with AI or using AI in coding nowadays, obviously the people who can write code will be highly negative, I would say, because I can do the same thing in like 10 hours that they were doing for maybe a week 5 years ago. And yes, I won't be able to analyze that code. I won't be able to understand if that code is high quality, if it's vulnerable, or if it's actually good quality code. But I have enough knowledge to understand which tools I have to use in order to find those vulnerabilities or security adjustments. And I have many friends who are using AI, who are tried vibe coding at least once, and my purpose with this documentary series here is to show you that if you have an idea, you have Wi-Fi and you have a computer, and maybe obviously you need an AI subscription maybe on Claude, you are able to build a fully functioning website, software, mobile app, and you don't need to build an application for millions user. But if you can change just your own life, or you can build an app to help your friends, your family, your company's life, that's already worth your time to invest in something like this. So yeah, I can't write any kind of code. I'm not sure about the programming languages. I know there are a bunch of programming languages out there. I'm always using Claude to find the best programming languages and the best tech stack for any kind of product I'm building. And so far in the last 6 months, as I said, I built like 7 or 8 different softwares. All of them are operating in live in my clients' businesses, and they generated bunch of income just by using my custom software that I have built for them, saved up a lot of time in their business, helped them systemize their workflows or their operations on a way higher level than it was before. Okay, cool. So let's have a few words about the technology we will be using. As I have mentioned, I don't have anything now. I have a name in my head that I will tell you in a minute. And from this point until publishing our app in the App Store, we are going to use AI tools for everything. Starting with the design, we will use Gemini or Nano Banana to generate the logo, the color palette, the icons, the characters. And then when it comes to UX and UI design, we are going to use Google Stitch, which is an AI-powered UI generation tool where we can generate the exact screens of the application. For the coding and brainstorming purposes, we are going to use Claude. I don't even know what is the right word for it. We are going to use anti-gravity, where we are actually writing the code and we will see the code there. Maybe it's called IDE, I am not sure. As I told you, I can't write code. So we are going to use anti-gravity and Claude code inside of anti-gravity. Our backend is going to be convex. I use Supabase and many other database softwares, but convex was the best. It was the easiest to implement in my clients' systems. And my friend who invited me to join this challenge recommended me to use convex as well. Our framework is going to be Expo, which is basically, if I'm correct, it's an iOS and Android application framework where we can write one code base of the application and it will be translated to Android and iOS programming languages. For the payment system, we are going to use RevenueCat. We can't use Stripe here because Apple won't allow to implement custom payment gateways in their App Store applications. For the URL elements, we are going to use NativeBind. For the authentication, we are going to use Clerk. I forgot to change Supabase logo to Clerk. Oh shit. So we are going to use Clerk. Clerk is one of the best authentication software so far I have found, and it's free up to maybe 50,000 subscribers or users or something like this. The whole point is that it's free. It's very easy to integrate, and we can connect any kind of single sign-in solutions like Google, Social, Apple ID, and all this kind of login methods. And for our landing page, because we will have a landing page when we're going to run paid ads, we'll be using Vercel to host that landing page. And obviously we'll write the code of the landing page with Claude code, just like the application. With these softwares, obviously you will need subscriptions. With Gemini, Nano Banana, and Anti-Gravity, it's in one package, and Google Stitch as well. I have Gemini subscription with my student ID, for a year. So I have premium version of the Gemini. I can use Google Stitch for free because of this subscription. But if I'm correct, Google Stitch is free for everyone. And now, because it's in like a beta phase, anti-gravity is free as well, but you have a limited token amount or quantity. But since we are going to use Claude code inside of anti-gravity, then we don't need basically the Gemini tokens. I have a Claude subscription. I'm pretty sure that I have to upgrade to the higher package. Now I only have the $20 a month package because currently I'm not building anything for clients, and I usually just upgrade my subscription on Claude when I have to build something for clients. But now we will run out of credits maybe in like an hour, so I will upgrade to the max subscription package. Convex is free, and when it comes to users, and we will do marketing activities and we will have users, then it will be probably paid. And if I'm correct, Convex has a pay-to-go, pay-as-you-go system, so that we don't need to pay like a monthly fee. No, I was wrong. So it's like $25 a month if you have a professional plan. But we will see. I don't want to get loose in this now. Expo is free, obviously. Revenue Cat probably has a commission after the payments. Nativine is free. Clerk is free, as I have mentioned a few minutes ago, and Vercel is free. And Vercel can be paid if we have a high amount of traffic, but currently it's obviously it's not a thing that I have to mention. And by the way, I will collect everything or every expenses I have during the 100 days challenge in a Notion page, and I will have this Notion page somewhere here in the description below this video, where you will be able to see all the expenses I have or I will have during this challenge. So you will have an idea of how much money I spend on building this app from idea to App Store. And yeah, and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of expenses I don't even know now, but it's very early to talk about this, honestly. Okay, so the documentary series, I will be publishing 2 to 3 videos a week. It will depend on the actual progress. My first idea was to publish 1 video every day. So my idea was to publish like 100 videos in this challenge, but then I realized not every day will be exciting enough to document and record a video about it. And I might work in the morning when I will have time, I might work in the night when I will have time, and it's just easier if I will record a bulk, like multiple days in one video, and I can just show you the exciting part where I'm building the UI design, where we are writing the code, and obviously I won't include the 20-40 minutes waiting when Claude Code will generate code for us. So I'm trying to make these videos as exciting as possible, and I don't want you to be bored in front of your screen. So yeah, if it's going to be boring and fixing bugs for hours, then I won't include everything. And my goal with this challenge is showing you that you don't need 10 years of experience in coding to build a proper and working application. You don't need to be a developer. You just need an idea and AI, and I will show you exactly how it's done. And yes, you might have a comment in your mind that, oh, this guy is trying to teach us how to write code. Meanwhile, he can't write a single line of code. And no, I don't want to teach you. I don't want to flex. I don't want to say that, oh yeah, I'm the most experienced developer out there. Simply, I know that I will be able to build this application because I know my knowledge and my experience from the last 6 years. My goal is simply to show you that you can build an application, you can build a website, you can build any kind of system without the need of being a proper developer. Yeah, so the first video, this video, is not gonna contain any building part of the application. This is just an introduction and the whole map of the 100 days that I will go through. Plan for the first 3 days, that will be probably the first video or the second video if I don't count this one. We'll be working on the branding, creating a logo, the color palettes for our app called Fyno. our application name will be Fyno. There is no deep story behind this name idea. The only thing I had in mind that I wanted to build a gamified application and have a character that comes back here and there in the application, and this character is going to be called Fyno, so the application will be called Fyno as well. After we are done with the branding, we will switch to Claude and start the brainstorming on the features. I will do a quite long and maybe boring interviewing session with Claude, where I will give all my inputs from my mind I have, and I will ask Claude to ask me as much questions as possible to find the best features for this application based on my daily life symptoms that I experience because of my ADHD. And by the end of the day 3, we will have the feature list for the MVP and the backlog for the upcoming versions. In the 100 days, I don't want to build all the feature that I have in mind, or we will have in mind after our conversation with Claude. I want to release the application on the App Store with the most crucial features will be necessary to launch the app, get our first paying customers, and then we will have a quite big backlog. Backlog means just a collection of possible features. So we'll have quite a big backlog of possible features for the upcoming version in our application. If we can get our first paying customers, then obviously I will continue building this app. And I won't just leave this as an AI app or AI built app. If it's going to be successful, then I have to find developers who can build this app like with a proper code, or at least audit the code and analyze and improve or refactor. Since this app is going to be created for people with ADHD, my biggest goal is to make it as simple as possible. I don't want to overcomplicate. I don't want to make it a complex system, because most of the productivity systems out there are made for neurotypical people, and our brain works so much differently, and we can overcomplicate basically everything. Simple things like this Coke Zero can. So yeah, this app is going to be game changer for people with ADHD, including myself. I'm really super fucking excited to see how it goes, and I'm really grateful for my friend Burak to invite me in this challenge and give me this push to start building something that I wanted to do for quite a long time. I was just too lazy and I was too much in my head to get out there and build something. So if you have any questions about the application, about the 100 days, about anything, feel free to leave here in the comment section and I will personally reply to all of them. And yeah, and see you in the next video.